Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I thought I would take this opportunity to take you on a greenhouse tour and talk about some of our upcoming classes that we have scheduled for January and February. So let me go ahead and turn this camera around so that you can get an up-close view. Well, I figured I'd just start right here in the entry, and really the only plant that's showing some cold stress is the goldfish plant, which is a succulent, and it is looking a bit beat down. Like, it should look like this. You can see how brown, but other than that, everything looks great. The citrus is fruiting. In fact, I need to come in and actually harvest some of the citrus. This Calibrachoa looks fantastic. And well, here I've got a collection of the hardy citrus. This is all going to be part of every single one of our upcoming classes. Everyone's going to have the experience of learning how to propagate these from seed by literally cutting them open and grabbing the seed out. I'm going to pre-sprout some, which is on my to-do list today, so that everybody will go home not only with the things that they've seeded, but with some already growing plants. On this side, all the succulents look great. You can see none of these have been damaged at all by the cold weather. And you know, the greenhouse is not heated, so at night it gets cold, but the plants aren't really having any major dieback. And I'm really impressed with how well the Thailand giant colocasias look, considering that we have gone down to 30 degrees in the greenhouse. Jasmine looks fantastic. Just everything looks great. I'm so excited to have Kalanchoe getting ready to bloom. These have always been like under the house or on the top shelf of a shed, so I've never really been able to enjoy the flowers until now. And Mangave, love it. This is like exactly the condition that Mangave want to be living in. And you can see just everything here along this wall looks great. That Christmas cactus just keeps on blooming. It's so beautiful. And I'm really excited to hopefully put on the schedule some succulent classes, because I'd love to be able to propagate succulents to share with everybody that comes to attend a greenhouse class. The ginger and turmeric are dying back, but that doesn't mean that they aren't alive. They're just going dormant. And I can actually just come through and cut these down, which I have on my to-do list for today. And I'm really thrilled with how well this edible sage is. This is the one named for Jenks Farmer. And, you know, it's really beautiful. This was a pot that was growing out by the Blue House front porch, both of these here and there. And they are just doing wonderfully. I went ahead and brought the Agapanthus in. Even though I think it is hardy, I just think it'll look better and be happier and drier here in the greenhouse. And you can see we got the tower garden in. We will have a video up tomorrow featuring the process for getting that replanted. It's planted with broccoli and Romanesco cauliflower. Now this is the perfect time of day to really be able to enjoy the sun shining through my beautiful stained glass collection. It's been such a joy to be able to collect this over the years and now actually have a proper place to display it all. And of course, we got all the holiday decorations out. Well, we have that light up still, but we're just gonna plug that in because it's a cool light. And I've got the comfortable couch back in, so I think the cats will be really happy. And I'm very pleased to report that the renovations on the Blue House are going to begin in like 2 weeks. And so we will be putting in the kitchen area soon, because we're going to be using the cabinets from the bathroom renovations here in the greenhouse. So I'll have a proper place to store things like plates and cups and, you know, all the necessary things for when you're hosting parties. On this side, I'd say this plant has definitely suffered from the cold, but it's not dead. I'm really impressed with how well the ginger is doing, and like the mother-in-law's tongue, and really just over the moon pleased to have this greenhouse to be able to stash all these tender plants. You can see I've got really nice key lime harvests that I need to go ahead and get on, but I'm actually saving these to use for some of the cocktail classes because I thought it would be really fun to be able to just go out to a citrus plant, harvest it, and then use it. Isn't that the dream? So now a little bit more about the greenhouse classes. Just this week, I got my website cleaned up, all of the Eventbrite created, all the Facebook events created. It's a lot for a non-tech savvy person. And as you can see, I am not young. I use a paper calendar still. And I was like, I can't make this video unless I have my calendar in front of me. So we have our first inaugural class is Saturday, January 18th. It's a class Aiden and I are teaching all about seed. Hopefully we'll have beautiful weather and we will be able to do activities both in the greenhouse and outside. But all participants will be leaving with lots of plants to be able to grow in their own gardens. And of course, it's not a Brie class if complimentary beverages and alpha-gal safe snacks weren't served. So we will definitely be excited to welcome people. We do have a lot of people signed up for that, but we have a few more spots available. Our first cocktail class, led by the amazing team of Shake It Up and C, Katie and Cole, is scheduled for Saturday, January 25th. And this is going over 4 classic whiskey cocktails. I think it's gonna be really awesome. I'm super excited to learn from them. I am not a great whiskey drinker, to be perfectly honest, but for a January day, it might be the thing that you need to warm yourself up. That is gonna run from 2 to 4, and we will have a citrus growing session included. So it'll be cocktails really from like 2 to 3:30, and then we'll do a little propagation session 3:30 to 4. Again, I really wanted everybody coming to the classes to leave with things that are horticulturally related. So we thought it would be fun to sort of tie in the citrus, since citrus is such a big part of whiskey cocktails. So right after the whiskey class on Sunday, January 26th, we have Charcuterie by Nikki coming to teach a class on how to build fabulous and delicious charcuterie boards. And I think that's really going to be well timed for anybody that's maybe hosting a Super Bowl party. And all participants will go home with a box of charcuteries to be able to take home and enjoy. And we are also doing more citrus propagation. Have no fear, no one's leaving here without plants. Now, the following week, on February 2nd, Aiden and I are going to lead a sip and stroll garden tour that will also have some propagation elements here in the greenhouse. So much of these classes does depend on weather. So if it's a bad day, the classes aren't canceled. They're just going to be exclusively in the greenhouse where we can stay warm and have a great time. Saturday, February 8th, we have the amazing Elena Pelican teaching our first Art in the Greenhouse course, which is mindful mandalas. So participants will go home with beautiful mandala art. And again, snacks and complimentary beverages. And then on February 9th, we have a couple of classes scheduled. I'm pretty excited. I would love to see people come for all of them, but we'll see. So at 11 o'clock, we have yoga in the greenhouse led by the incredibly talented Michelle Mariani of Motivation by Michelle. She actually did this back in September, so we know exactly how to do it. It worked out really, really well. And everybody who came to the September class seemed to really enjoy the environment of the greenhouse. And that was before there were any plants in here. Then at 12, all yoga participants are invited to stay for a garden tour. So you can see everything that is growing here Hopefully it'll be a nice day. Then on the same afternoon, starting at 2, from 2 to 4 p.m., we are going to have a Valentine's inspired cocktails. So we're kind of focusing on pink drinks, going over different rosés and sparkling wines, and then different cocktails that involve pink juices. I know my favorite is a Greyhound, which is Grey Goose, vodka, and grapefruit juice. So that's always my go-to kind of brie-safe drink to order out. And I'm really excited to learn more about these cocktails from Katie and Cole, because they are experts in their field. They're super enthusiastic, and well, they're super fun to hang out with. So I do hope that you'll consider attending one of our events or sharing it with some of your friends. There are also great gift ideas if you have somebody who has a birthday or anniversary coming up, or if you want to schedule a little Valentine's Day date, you can come to one or any or all of these. This is a big new venture for me. I was explaining in a post on Facebook that, the real motivation behind building this greenhouse and kind of trying to start this new venture, it all relates back to how ill I am as a result of this alpha-gal infection from a tick. And traveling is just getting harder and harder. Eating at restaurants is really not possible. And so I'm trying to slow down, particularly my domestic travel schedule, because it's just really taxing on me, because when I go to these places, I really can't eat. And I get hungry and it's hard to stay cheerful. So I'm hoping to be able to share my knowledge and enthusiasm with people and bring you here instead of me having to travel so many places. And, never in a million years would I have wished this, and I wouldn't wish alpha-gal on anybody, because it's such a challenging thing to navigate. But I'm really excited for this new venture, and I genuinely appreciate your support and enthusiasm, and for all of you tuning in to my silly cell phone videos, and for continuing to encourage me. So thank you so much. I'm wishing you all the very best in your gardens and beyond, and I hope to see you here in the greenhouse.